We spent the Easter break this year going to Bendigo. It's a 2-hour drive from Melbourne and famous for its gold rush history and Victorian architecture. It was my first time going and I had fun across the 2 days we were there. This video showcases the stuff we did on day 1. We started the day off by getting food at the StupaView Cafe, which is located inside the Great Stupa. All of the food options here were vegetarian. Although I don't have any dietary restrictions, the brekkie burger and satay tofu banh mi were actually not too bad. They were very flavorful. We were given a pamphlet with different attractions. We pretty much explored everything and didn't specifically follow the trail. The Great Stupa is apparently the largest Buddhist monument in the Western world, standing at 48 meters high and 15 meters wide. Fortunately, the weather was good on this day, so we were able to walk around and explore the temple.
Someone dropped their money, I'll pick it up for them.
Some of the displays were interesting. For some reason, there were dinosaurs, dragons, and this wombat guy. The rest of the attractions were religious and made more sense. I didn't know what these were initially, but apparently these are prayer wheels, and if you spin them clockwise, it's believed to purify negativity and generate compassion. They have a donation cost of around 7k if you want to install one to support the Great Stupa. After you climb to the top, you can go inside where there's a bunch of Buddha statues and other religious relics. There's also a gift shop next to the cafe if you wanted any souvenirs. Even if you're not religious, the Great Stupa is still a cool place to check out and spend an hour or so at. It's a cool monument and definitely an iconic visit at Bendigo. The next stop was the Sacred Heart Cathedral. Unfortunately, it was closed, so we couldn't go inside, but it was still nice to admire from outside. Next, we drove to the Bendigo Tram Cafe. I wouldn't say that the food is amazing, it's more for the tourist attraction, so I'd recommend eating elsewhere if you have a limited food budget. The vibes were still nice though, and you could eat inside the tram where there's a bunch of Lego stuff inside, so it was still pretty cool to check out. We paid $5 to ride on the tram, and fortunately it stopped outside the Easter market at Rosalind Park, where we wanted to go anyways. First we went to Lake Waruna, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Then it stopped near the Bendigo Joss House Temple, which we didn't go to due to time constraints. Then it went back to Lake Waruna. And finally stopped outside the Easter market. I gotta say, the market was very lively and definitely better than my local ones, and even better than the markets in Melbourne, like at Queen Victoria Market. There were so many different stalls, and I wish I had time to try all these different types of food, but we only had 1 hour to walk around before the market closed. We were also kind of full from the StupaView Cafe and the Tram Cafe, and we also had a steak dinner planned later on, so we didn't want to overeat either. But overall it was such a nice vibe, and I would definitely recommend checking out festivals here and going next year if you can. Although it was pretty crowded, we found the iconic Bendigo sign. Although we didn't get to eat much at the festival, we ended up getting drinks from Mix and Matcha. I was planning to go to the physical store the next day, but figured it would be nice to try out anyways. I got the matcha latte drink. To be honest, it was a bit plain and not my kind of flavor. I would recommend getting the matcha with something else like strawberry to get more of a sweet flavor, but that's just personal preference. They also had a bunch of other drinks, such as coconut water based ones and ones using soft drinks. So if matcha lattes aren't really your thing, there's definitely other drinks you can choose from. We walked to a hotel by taking the Golden Dragon Museum route, where we saw this massive lotus flower. Unfortunately, we didn't get to check out the museum itself, but it seems to be a very iconic visit that you need to pay admission for, and it's something we would have done if we had more time. We stayed at Mercure Bendigo. Right off the bat, it was a funky and artistic kind of hotel with these statues at the front. And you're greeted by this painting that's low-key not safe for work. They offer chocolate eggs at reception, which was nice because I haven't had one in ages since they're too expensive. It's a small room, but it was nice and had everything we need for a one-night stay. We got the standard double room with the balcony for $287. Here's the bathroom. Obviously there's the toilet, shower, sink, and towels. I think these shelves are for storing your shoes or if you have any other stuff you want to chuck on there. There was also an ironing board and hairdryer, which we didn't use. Also a safe, didn't use that either. Here's a bunch of plates, cutlery, microwave, coffee machine, kettle, coffee and tea. There's also a mini fridge with milk in it. There's a chair for sitting down, lamp, painting, TV, table for chucking all your shit onto, bins. Our view had a nice balcony area. It's only a view of some car park next to the hotel, but it's still nice. Yes. How's the bed?
It's squeegee.
Alright, can I go nap? Tired.
Stomach ache.
Oi, how you finding Bendigo so far?
Sick.
Sick as in
sick.
As in cool sick or as in
sick? I love it. My stomach hurts.
you ate too much food. It's lactose.
Oh, you gave me the banh mi.
We both chose it. What do you mean?
And now I'm full.
It's good weather today. I'm tired.
Really? It's a bit hot.
It's a bit hot, but at least it's sunny. Because in the morning it was cloudy. I was worried that it was gonna rain.
Yeah.
But yes, so far it's going okay.
Okay.
Gonna nap and then have dinner. For dinner, we went to Woodhouse Bar Grill. It was so expensive but tasted so nice. I really liked the roast pork. I was kind of sad initially at how small it was because if you get roast pork at Asian stores, it's usually a lot bigger, especially given the price. But it was so juicy and crunchy and definitely unhealthy, but so worth it. Also got Wagyu skewers that tasted pretty good too. We shared a ribeye steak. I'm not really a steak person and struggled to eat some of it, but my partner said it was really good. The steaks also came with this crispy Hasselback potato and we had the option of 3 different sauces. I believe these are all mustards. We decided to get all 3 anyways just to try them out. I'm not a huge fan, but if you enjoy Dijon mustard and like wasabi, like those kinds of spicy sauces, you might like it. For dessert, we got an apple tart, creme brulee, and strawberry cheesecake. I didn't really like the apple tart, but the other 2 desserts were pretty good. Would highly recommend coming here if you want to splurge on a nice dinner at Bendigo.
Don't laugh! Don't laugh! We're gonna get wrinkles for life. I got wrinkles on my balls.
And with that, we successfully completed day 1 of our Bendigo trip. We spent the rest of the night chilling and watched To Be Hero X.